AITA for telling my in-laws they were trying to profit on their son's possible death. My 30F husband's 31M parents took out a $500,000 life insurance policy on him when he was a senior in high school. He was planning to be a doctor in the military and would likely accumulate some debt in school, so their explanation was, if he dies, we will use this to pay it off. Because my husband had a medical issue as a kid, he ended up rejected from military schools and went to a regular college. We met our freshman year and have been in a steady relationship ever since. When we were 22, we got engaged. We were joining our finances and he told me about this policy. He wanted to get it transferred to us, so he asked his parents about it. They wanted to keep it themselves. The school debt stuff was no longer valid, but they said that they'd use it to pay off their mortgage. He insisted that it go to me, as his future wife, and that we take it over, but they said no and that they'd look out for me with whatever was left. We got married and ignored it. Then, 2023 hit us like a ton of bricks. We both lost our jobs, had to move from a major city back to our home state, and within a week of turning 30, my husband was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. He got very depressed as the bills racked up and started wondering if maybe I'd be better off with the $500,000 than with him. Of course I assured him absolutely not, but he contacted his parents to ask about the policy again to see what he could leave me if worst came to worst. They said that they'd let the policy lapse and that it was only worth a few $1,000s now. He was terrified he'd leave me strapped with medical debt and his student loans, which by now we'd refinanced with me as a co-signer. A year later, my husband is doing amazing health-wise. There's still a ton of bills, but things are looking up. Now, his mom calls and says that they have to sign his life insurance policy over to us because of some rule. He said, "I thought it was gone." And she got quiet. She said that it never lapsed. She lied because she thought it would help him not be so depressed if it wasn't there. He kept pushing and she gave the same lines about how, if he died, they'd plan to pay off the mortgage and probably help me with whatever was left. He was too surprised to say anything in the moment but was very hurt. When we met with them to discuss the transfer of the policy, the lie came up again. They tried to play it off and my husband was getting really upset. I usually don't argue with them, but I snapped and told them what they did was extremely fucked up and selfish, and that it was weird that it seemed like they were waiting to get a benefit from his death without giving him peace of mind in a time of need. I told them they'd lost our trust. His mom started bawling and his dad started screaming and we left. His grandparents and aunts and uncles thinks we're greedy assholes and made them out to be monsters and are demanding an apology, but the younger generation thinks we were right.